Welcome back. Good morning, Northwest time is 6:52. It's time now for your morning sprint. Mark Peterson's 7-day forecast is full of temperatures in the 90s, with some approaching triple digits. On the other hand, Kelsey Morgan's in the studio with how the city is already working to be ready for the snow season. But first, Coeur d'Alene police have released footage from the February shooting that left an officer injured and a wanted felon dead.
Whenever you turn around, put your hands behind your back.
Officer Kelly Mongan was performing a routine traffic stop when he found wanted felon and known drug dealer Curtis Ware in the back seat. When he tried to arrest him, Ware opens fire, shooting another police officer at point-blank range. Officers fired back, hitting Ware, who died from his wound. The officer who was shot has since recovered. All three officers involved have been cleared of wrongdoing by an independent investigation. A head-on collision in front of the Freeman store in Valley Forge shut down Highway 27 in both directions last night. 70-year-old Scott Sledge of Australia crossed the center line and hit a car carrying 46-year-old Daryl Williams and 18-year-old Colin Woodall Williams. All three were taken to Sacred Heart with some minor and moderate injuries. A thief ruined hundreds of dresses meant for teenage girls struggling with addiction at the Daybreak nonprofit in Spokane late Sunday night. A fire extinguisher was sprayed over the dresses, paint spilled on the gym floor, and toiletries, a blanket, and a pillow were packed up before an alarm scared the burglars off empty-handed. Another local nonprofit that helps provide food to those in need has become a magnet for criminals. Feed Spokane says thieves have cut fuel lines to the charity's vans, siphoned gas from them, and even destroyed security cameras and cut a hole in a fence put up to keep the criminals out. The executive director says he's reported every one of those thefts to Spokane police.
We continue to see the hot, dry weather that'll continue today, and it'll go all the way into the end of the week, the weekend, and beyond. Maybe a little cloud cover for a bit of a break to the north of us, but that's going to be about it. Winds are going to be less than 15 miles an hour. We're not just going to see a huge shift here over the next several days. 97 into Moses Lake, 96 Omak. Yakima 100 degrees, and then we're going to see temperatures. Tri-Cities, we'll call it 100, and Lewiston. You're right in there as well. And again, we're staying out of the smoke right now, but it is to the south of Moses Lake with those winds coming out of the north. So be careful if you're heading in that direction if you have tender lungs.
All right, Mark, thank you. Pepperidge Farms voluntarily recalling 4 kinds of goldfish crackers because there's a chance they could be tainted with salmonella. The 4 kinds in question are Flavor Blasted Extra Cheddar, Flavor Blasted Sour Cream and Onion, Baked Whole Grain Extra Cheddar, and the Extra Cheddar and Pretzel Mix. The maker of Ritz Crackers has also voluntarily recalled some of its products due to a similar issue. A local artist whose work can be found all around the city of Spokane has died. Sister Paula Turnbull created Riverfront Park's famous garbage-eating goat for the World Expo back in 1974. Some of her other creations include the sundial in Riverfront Park and the statue of Mrs. Brown and her daughter in Brown's Addition. Sister Turnbull was 97 years old.
Well, we might be in the heat of summer, but we're already looking ahead to the winter. Mayor David Condon announced yesterday the city of Spokane has given the streets department 9 new snow gates for their snow plows. You might remember those are the tools that help to cut down on the amount of snow berms left in front of driveways. The 9 new gates more than double the old number of gates in the city's fleet. Each one of those costs about $25,000. That money is coming from the city's general fund.
KXLY4 fire watch this morning. Smoke from a small brush fire shut down Highway 195 in South Spokane last night as a fire burned within feet of traffic. But crews worked quickly to put out the flames and were able to keep that fire to just about 1 acre. That was 195 and Hatch. Meanwhile, the Blue Grouse fire is burning near Deer Lake in Stevens County. Fire officials with the Department of Natural Resources say those flames are now 70% line. It's estimated at just about 4 acres. The John Belmont fire burning near Micah is now 75% contained. 118 firefighters are working on the 100-acre fire now. Only 1 home in that area remains under a level 1 evacuation notice. DNR says you might still see smoke as they work to mop it up. Coming up next on Good Morning America now, the desperate search for a missing college student from Iowa. 20-year-old Molly Tibbetts went out for a run 6 days ago and hasn't been seen since. And devastating wildfires tearing through Greece, claiming the lives of 60 people so far.
And here it's going to be, again, the continuation of hot and dry. It is going to be low 90s all the way through Friday. Saturday, 93 degrees, but it's really then Once we acclimate to the low 90s, because an average high is about 85, yeah, we're going to be in the mid to upper 90s. We'll see triple digits the beginning of next week, so that heat is a bigger font. That somehow means, whoa, look out.
That's big time.
Yeah, there you go.
All right, Mark, thanks very much. We hope that you all can stay cool somewhere. Good Morning America is coming up next. We'll be back with a local update in about 25 minutes.